why I stopped dating. I'm a 32 years old Nigerian lady, and at this age everyone should be expecting me to be at my husband's house, have children, be catering for children, you know, as the normal typical way a woman biological clock is meant to be. And here I am now in 2025 telling you guys why I've stopped dating. That is, I'm not dating. It's strange, right? Okay, and I'm here to tell you guys why I stopped dating. Yeah, I don't know, somehow I wanted to share this for a long time, but you know, there are some certain things you feel like, okay, I hope I'm not sharing too much, I hope this is not too much to share. But you know, today I finally gotten the name to be able to like share this with you guys, and I'm going to be vulnerable and open with you guys. Yeah, so today I'm not here to impress anyone, I'm here to tell the truth. For the first time in a long time, I'm choosing me, right? Not out of pride, but from a place of peace and happiness. Like, I am genuinely happy. See, I've always been that girl, if you know me, people that know me that are watching this, who love I love relationship. I've always been that girl who has always wanted love so much, right? And I love so deeply. I'm not those girls that just love. When I love you, I love you, and you will know that I love you. Since I was 16, I've always been in a relationship. Like, you guys know, I've been in a relationship for 15 good years. That means I've been dating one person for the whole 15 years. That's from when I was 16 years. That should be like a secondary school relationship, right? And I maintained with that person for whole 15 years of my life. And then why that ended, I tried to go into another one, which lasted for like 1 year. Yeah, exactly 1 year, 1 month. Yeah. And let me tell you guys one secret you guys don't know. I've always been that girl, like, maybe because I started very early, I've always been that girl who has been like scared of being alone, like always wanting to be in a relationship. And so when that 15 years finished, I didn't even, I think when we were trying to conclude the breakup, I was really talking with someone else. That is, I've always like, I didn't even give myself the ability to heal. So immediately that was finishing, I was already talking to someone else. I was already in love. Crazy, right? Yeah. And this is the reason, because I am someone who has been scared that I'm not going to marry for love. Like, because as a fine, beautiful girl, right, I have so many people around me. But the truth is that I find it difficult to love people. It's not like they are not people, they are always people. Maybe because of the fact that they are always people, it makes it hard for me to choose. Or yeah, I don't know, maybe something like that. I've always been scared that I've always just wanted to marry for love or be with someone for love, not just because of what I'm gaining, but because I love this person, because I have so much love in my heart. So I actually want to give out this love. So I always feel like when I now love someone, it's always like magical, because it's very hard for me to like people. There are some guys that have asked me, tell me why I've said no to them. I don't know. I find it hard. Like, so when I find this person that click with me, I'm just going to be with you like forever, because it's very hard. If you're like me, you understand. And so when that 15 years ended, I was scared of being alone. I was scared of, okay, I don't want to be alone, I want to be in a relationship. So I didn't even allow that one to heal before I went into another one. So I've never really known what it means to be with myself, like to date myself, because I went to relationship very early at the age of 16. So from that 16, when it ended, I entered into another one. So I've not really experienced what it feels to be like myself, to be like single, to be like alone. And because I was afraid of loneliness, I was always afraid of losing people, and I was always holding on tight to people. Even with their red flags, I will hold on tight, because I'm afraid that if I lose this person or this relationship is gone, what if I don't find who I will love? No, what if people don't love me? I have people who love me, but what if I don't find who I love? Do you guys, does it make sense? I don't know if this makes sense at this point, right? So because I was afraid of losing people and afraid that I'm not going to find who I will love, I was holding on to people and ending up losing myself in the process without knowing. So at that point, I longed to be chosen. I longed to be loved, fought for people, ignored red flags. I neglected my peace and stayed where I was not supposed to stay in the first place. Because thinking back now, I should have walked away a long time ago, right? And instead, I held on to what I thought was potential instead of seeing what is actually happening around me. Instead of seeing the reality, I'm holding on to potential that might never exist. So it made me to give and give and give, and in the process of giving, I lost myself. So at a point, I started to question my worth. Maybe I thought I wasn't enough. I was chasing all along instead of just choosing myself for once. I should have just stayed still and waited to be chosen instead of, like a queen that I am, instead of me just being the one chasing, holding on to what is not supposed to be. So at a point in my life, I begged God, I cried. I was crying and begging for a particular relationship. I was begging God, like, God, let this work out. I did fasting. I'm like, God, I want this relationship to work out. At a point, I was telling God, if you can change Saul into Paul, I was blackmailing God. You can change this person to be who I want this person to be. And that is the mistake we make. How do I change someone? How do I use God to change? I know it happens, but this is sometimes we need to accept reality. If you are not compatible with someone, you are not compatible with the person, and you should choose yourself and walk away, because sometimes two people might be good but not good for each other. Do you get? So I was begging God. I remember I was crying at the Blessed Sacrament. I am praying, I'm begging God, God, change this person to be who I want this person to be. And and one day while I was praying, I heard the Holy Spirit telling me, is this person worth it? Is it worth it? And I'm like, yeah. God, why? And I heard no. The Lord told me no. Do not hold on. Let it be. And I was telling God, no, you can. Once I start to pray, I would just hear immediately the Lord would tell me no. And I told God, it has to work. Sometimes God is telling you something and you are telling God what you want him to do instead of what God should do for you. And that was what I was facing. This should have ended, I remember at a point, even prior, before the first breakup, I went to Blessed Sacrament to pray for this particular relationship. And the Lord was telling me, you are now making this person your God. And God is a jealous person. You cannot make a human your God. Like, that means you have forgotten I forgot who created me, and I was making a guy my God. And the Lord told me loud and clear at the Blessed Sacrament. I was praying for someone else. I was praying for the relationship to work. And the Lord is telling me, you are making this person. Sometimes the way we want God to tell us is not how he's going to tell you. He's going to tell you what you want to hear, what he wants you to hear. So I was like, no, I still ignored. And then 3 years later, it still happened. And I'm still here blackmailing God and telling God, if you can change Saul into Paul, you can change this person to be this. And the Lord is telling me no. Even with that no, I was still persistent. And then when the Lord refused, I questioned God. I said, why did you have to do this? Why did you have to do that? Crazy. Then when it hits me that the Lord is right, but something happened and it hits me that, oh, God has always been right. And then I decided to surrender everything to God. I surrendered everything. everything to God, right? Is when I surrendered everything to God, I started this new one that even when this one didn't end, I started this new one, because all my life it's just been two people I've been with. Yeah. So when I started this new one that ended 1 year, 6 years relationship, when we started, there was something I wanted, that is celibacy, and this person is like, oh yeah, I can do it, yeah, what is celibacy? How will I lose a fine girl like you because of this? And then when I went to go and pray, hey, the Lord told me clearly the exact word the person is going to use. Say, I cannot do this celibacy with you. And this person is loving, this person is caring, this person knows everything I want, but why is the Lord telling me it's not going to work? And I'm asking, well, why again? What is your problem? Is it that I want to marry for love? I want to be with someone I love. I'm not selfish that I want to just receive love and not give. I have so much love in my heart. I want to give love. Why are you depriving me from the people that my heart has chosen to love? And you are saying no again. This person is loving me. This person is okay. This person, is cute. It's a fine boy. Why are you telling me no again? This one was what I want. Like, our vibe is 10 over 10. And I remember telling the guy, and he's like, you are too religious, all this your religious stuff, blah blah blah, everything, and then the guy said, those things God told me he's going to tell me, like, I cannot do this celibacy. I'm like, what? Did God just tell? Like, sometimes I feel scared of myself. I feel scared of things I hear. I feel scared of what God tells me. And I'm like, why do you choose me? Why do you choose to tell me things? Why do I need to hear from you? Because sometimes there are things I want to hear about myself, but he tells me, and sometimes I am doubting and fighting him. It's so crazy. And then a week to that's after 1 year, right? 1 year, 1 month, right? Yeah, no, February, March, April. No, 1 year, 2 months of the relationship. God told me it's going to end. Like, I felt it in my soul that this is going to end. And I'm like, what? And then when me and this person were talking and it just ended. Because as in, it just felt natural. Like, I never cried. I never felt bad till today. If I ask myself what is wrong with me, I never shared it. Because me and this person is like, we've known for 100 years. Like, the vibe was, and he's a fine, So, the thing ended, and I'm like, this time around, I was more conscious of myself. I'm not going to cry, because I know if God does not want this thing, why am I there? Why should I force something that is not going to work? And it was something very amicably, both of us understood it, and we went our ways, and we are good, So at that point, I began to ask myself, like, I need to surrender totally to God. Like, I need to find myself. I need to love myself, because at the point I'm so desperate to get married that I'm ignoring red flags. I really need to hit this target of getting married at so age, that even though this person is not to my potential, this person is not, because I just want to choose love and then ignore the other part. And that also happened, and that has always been the path I followed, because I love so much. I can love you, I ignore all the red flags in your life. That is how bad it is. That is how bad I love. It's crazy. So at this point, I asked the Holy Spirit to show me a better version of myself. Let me know myself. Let me love myself. Why I'm always chasing dating? Why should I be in a relationship? Because when this 1 year, 2 months relationship was ended, there was someone again that was talking to me, and this one, so I'm like, no, I am not going into a relationship like this anymore. I need to get to know myself. I need to be able to, like, Because once I love, I ignore red flags, and I'm not going to allow this to happen to me again. And because of these mistakes, here am I, not marrying at 32, because I made some certain mistakes of ignoring, or of leaving, of staying when I'm supposed to leave. I don't leave when I'm supposed to leave. I stay. Why? And that has always been the mistake I have been making, staying where I'm supposed to have left. I chose to forgive myself. I chose to, like, why don't I stay single and know how it feels to be single? Does it matter if people are getting married and I'm not? After all the one I've been doing, have I gotten married? No. So why don't I just love myself, focus on myself, know what it feels to be without a boyfriend? After all, I'm not chasing sex. There's never been sex for me, you know. And if it was sex, I wouldn't have ended the previous relationship. I should have still been there. Do you get? So what exactly is the problem? It's not like it's money I'm chasing. I love to be taken care of, but I chase my own money. Do you get? So what is the problem? So because people are in a ship on the internet, I want to be in a ship too. Is that what matters? It is better to be happy single than to be, you know, in a relationship or in a marriage and you are lonely, bored, and you are depressed, or you are in a toxic relationship. I had to think for myself, and the Holy Spirit is like, at least give yourself a break of 6 months. And that was exactly what I started to do. In that process, I saw a lot of potentials. I saw a lot of cute, oh my God, people that I'm like, where have you been all my life? But I chose to stay without a relationship for that 6 months. I can't believe it's been 6 months plus that I haven't dated, and I'm like, good. And I can tell you guys that has been the sweetest part of my life, where I'm not chasing anyone. Why have you texted me? Why are you? Have you spoken to me? You know, I've been sleeping, pursuing my dreams, pursuing my money, even though I'm not where I'm supposed to be yet, but I'm just happy with life. I'm just glowing. Life has been good. The only thing that has been wrong with me is because my family member was sick. If not, I have just been 100% at peace. It's just been me and my creator, me and God, just the two of us, and it's been the happiest 6 months plus of my life. I mean, there was somebody I wasn't like, we're talking to, he's a friend, you know, like we started vibing, and I'm like, hey girl, you are starting to enter, and I'm like, no, what it? If you watch this channel, in case you watch my channel, I don't know if he watches it, please, I did not ghost you. I was starting to catch feelings, and then I don't want to catch feelings, and then I'm like, I held you there. So please, if you watch it, I'm sorry for how I didn't communicate rightly. That's my fault, you know. I'm sorry about that. If you ever get to watch this video, I allowed myself to love myself, to understand exactly the things I actually want in a relationship, the things I actually need, and the things that I want, the boxes I want to be ticked in a man. Because previously I was not marking, I mean, dating at 16, what do you want to mark? You are just in a relationship. You don't even know that this relationship is going to go into 15 years. And then when it ended, all you also want is, I just want a new relationship. Yeah, I just want to date too, you know. Please, I'm a hot babe. If this one is finishing, I'm entering the other one. And you neglect yourself. You neglect exactly what you want from a man. Like, does this person tick the boxes? Is this person what I want, or do I just want to date? Do I just want to be in a relationship for being in a relationship's sake? And that was exactly what I was doing. So giving myself these months of healing, I found myself, I found peace, I found God. Me and God are like this. I know exactly what I want, that if I do not see that in a man, I better be single, because I've been single for 6 months plus, and I've been okay. It's not like I don't see people. I see people date, but now me day on my own. So if they are not meeting up to that target, I mean, people have said, oh, Kate, it is not at this point you are going to be doing this. You are 32, you don't have time again. Are you God? Are you the timekeeper? People are married at 50 and I'm still okay. I'm not wishing that for myself too. People are marrying at any age. But the mistake to make, because I don't want to marry for divorce, no. I want to marry and marry forever. And I love love. And I want this person, even though I love love, I love to love, I want this person to tick my boxes. I'm not looking for a perfect person, but at least let us be compatible. Let it be what I want, exactly what I want. Because I haven't been dating intentional. I have never been intentional with myself before, what I want. Yeah, it looks like people will think, oh, well, looking from outside, oh, money has never, I've never dated anyone for money. You guys know, if I was dating for money, I would be in Dubai, be in seashores, I'll be on vacation. It has never been like that, you know. So, but I want to be intentional, so intentional with myself. And I can tell you that the single 6 months of my life have been the happiest I've ever been or felt. I remember when that 15 years old relationship ended and there were some questions I needed answers to, and I'm like, oh God, what should I do and all? And the Holy Spirit, when I was saying the thank you rosary, I'm coming back from a blessed. Okay guys, I had to change background because the noise from my neighbor's compound is entering our house and the music was so much. So like I was saying, so while I was praying and saying the thank you rosary, the Holy Spirit told me this person's family does not like you. And I'm like, how? Why? You know? And I'm like, how can I be? Like, you know, they show me love, I show them love. How is it possible? And then fast forward, when I posted that breakup on my YouTube about a 15 years old relationship, the next day a friend of mine from school, from university, called me and she's like, oh, I have something to tell you. Mind you, prior to that, there were some things that were in my heart that needed answers to. You know, normally after a breakup, you will always, you know, some questions you will really need some answers to. And then she's like telling me, oh, she made some call to this person's family and someone very close, a family member of his, told her that the family does not like me. There were some things they said about me. And funnily, surprisingly, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked because the Holy Spirit already told me, you know. I was just shocked at myself and I asked myself, God, why did you choose me for this? Like, why do I need to hear things even when they are not favorable for me? I always hear them, the Holy Spirit to tell me. But on the other end, I'm just grateful that God can choose me among multitude of people to listen to him, like to hear him. And so I'm just thankful to God that I could hear him, you know. And so I was not even surprised about it at all, and a lot of things really made sense, you know. Some things I was accused of falsely, you know, which I'm not surprised, you know. So I was just thankful to God for everything, thankful to God that I can listen to him. And I'm just hoping that from now henceforth that I want to open my mind to dating, that I make the right choice and I'm able to like choose wisely. Yeah, I'm the one choosing. I'm able to choose wisely and not, you know, ignore red flags, and God guiding me that I make the right choices henceforth. And even though right now I'm really afraid to commit, to be honest, because I've really been enjoying the peace I've gained for the past 6 months plus. I've really been happy. It has been the happiest months of my life, and so I'm actually very, very scared for any commitment right now. But I'm putting everything to God to guide me, to remove the fears, and because I really do not want to put my efforts in vain. Because when I'm dating, I'm not dating for fun. I don't date for fun, you know. Because I mean, what actually am I even looking for? It's not like it's about the sexual aspect of no or the money, nope. So I'm just dating like this person should be my soulmate. That is how I date. You get? So I'm hoping to make the right choices. I'm hoping to make the right choices this time around, and with the help of God, not by my own strength, and by God guiding me. Yeah, so if you're watching this video and you're in a toxic relationship, or you are in some situations that you're not meant to be and you're afraid to walk out, this is a sign for you to walk out. This is a sign for you to love yourself. It doesn't matter if it is the sexual aspect, the monetary aspect, the loneliness. You can love yourself. You can be there for yourself. You can be your own companion, and with the help of God, you can be able to provide for yourself. And when you give your body to the Holy Spirit, even the sexual aspect will not even be a problem. Because if it was because of that, I could have still stayed back. 1 year, 2 months relationship that was in, could have still been boxing. But sex is not really my problem. I can do without it. I've always done without it. So like, it's not even about the monetary wise, because I've always been someone who wants to work for myself and have money for myself. So you can do it. You can, protect yourself from heartbreaks. You can love yourself, because I am so proud I can love myself. I'm so proud that I can be there for myself. I'm so proud I get to know myself and my weaknesses. I'm so proud of myself that I can be able to correct myself. It's not like I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, but I try to be with the help of God. So you too, if you're watching this video and you're at the point of your life where you are afraid of loneliness, I'm telling you, you can do it with the help of God. This video is for you to be able to find yourself, find your path, and also know that God is real. And when you submit everything to God, you are going to be okay. God is going to provide for you financially. God is going to meet you at the point of your need, whether sexual or monetary wise. God is going to help you and guide you. You are not going to be lonely by the grace of God. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and comment. Okay.